If you clicked on this video, it's probably because you're feeling heartbroken. Heartbroken of the future you thought that you would have with your partner. Whether it's you or your partner that initiated the breakup, it's still tough. And you think that you should have moved on by now, and everybody is telling you to move on, but you just can't. Every new person that you meet, you compare. You have this perfect scenario of a relationship that you once had. You just miss it so much. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but you still find yourself missing the person. Today's video is definitely not to lecture you about the fact that you should have moved on by now. It's a friendly conversation that we're going to have in order to help you continue your life without this person. Because let's admit one thing, this person is no longer in your life for a reason. Hello guys, I'm Amine and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk about this topic of breakups because I think we all go through it in some kind of way. I always see it as a death of someone. That person is no longer in your life. You don't get any updates. You don't get to see the person. So it's pretty similar feeling. Once this happens, you're feeling an insane amount of grief because there were plans that you had made with the person. It hurts you that you had a vision in your head and it's not going to become true. In this case, what should we do? First of all, I say this with love, but you're not missing the relationship. You're not even missing the person. You are missing the potential. Not all the relationships are toxic that end, of course not, but there was a reason why it ended in the first place. But our brain is such an interesting organ, which keeps replaying only the good scenarios, only the best moments, and we're like, wow, like my relationship was amazing. Why did it have to end? Be honest with yourself, be realistic, and ask yourself the questions of like, do I truly miss this person, or am I missing the nostalgia behind this person, the idea of this person, the potential? What am I exactly missing is the first thing that you should focus on. Always keep in mind, marriage or getting engaged is not an achievement. The achievement is to be happy forever. Why would you try to put yourself in a box that you're not able to fit well? It also comes with the self-worth that you have towards yourself. Also, there is this thing of self-blame. So you're thinking, if you hadn't said this thing, or if you had acted in another way, the relationship would have worked out. This is really interesting because we do this with grief. Like when somebody dies, for instance, we're like, I wish I picked up that phone call and maybe that person would have been alive now. Or I wish we got a second opinion. This person would have been alive now. Like you have this automatically. Your brain is wired to do that. It always creates the alternative that you never got to do. You have to believe that it was set for you. Like from the beginning, it was never meant to work. So how does a rebuilding process look like after a breakup? Because let's admit it, you did have a certain routine, right? Even if you were not living with the person, you did exchange text messages or phone calls, and now you're left without them and it feels empty. Anyone who experiences this would feel empty. If you don't try to cover the wound by finding somebody else directly and not go through the emotions, maybe you wouldn't feel that, but honestly, that's not a healthy way that I would recommend. One thing, however, that I would recommend is to go through the pain, like go through the emotions. Never ignore the emotions. I would give this advice to my friends because they would go through such horrible breakups where they will feel so hurt. They were like, yeah, I'll just directly download this app and find somebody else directly so that at least I can chat and occupy my brain. The last thing you need is to occupy your brain. The thing that you need is sit with that emotion, even if it hurts so badly, because you know that it's not going to hurt forever. And create small routines for yourself. Wake up at a certain time. Go for that walk, even if you don't want to. Already, this will help. So starting small is very important. And once your body feels safer, your heart will catch up, trust me. How do you trust yourself again? Let's admit it, there is this thing where people are like, we told you that this person was in this way, but you never wanted to see things and you truly didn't see it maybe, or you just ignored it. And now you have to trust yourself again, right? And it's kind of difficult because you start to believe that you have a bad judgment of people. Like, what if I choose a person that's exactly like him again? What if I do the same mistakes again? Hear me out. You didn't ignore the red flags because you were stupid. You ignored them because you cared, okay? Cared about the person. Trusting yourself doesn't mean that you'll never get hurt again. It just means that you saw something, you experienced something, and you took certain key points from it. You did some mistakes. Now you have a clear vision on what you want. You saw the examples of things that shouldn't be in a relationship, but on the next person, you know exactly what to avoid. And that's growth, not a failure. As someone who has found love myself, like the true meaning of unconditional love, I can tell you one thing for sure. The right person will never keep you guessing. I knew that the person was the right person for me because I never had to guess anything. I never had to doubt anything. I never had to apply a certain strategy to be loved. It just happened automatically, naturally. And that's exactly what you deserve. You don't have to beg for effort. You don't have to keep yourself small in order to fit. Honestly, the right person will know you sometimes better than yourself, will see right through you, and will give you that unconditional love. You have to believe that you deserve all the love in the world, and that person will come right in your life, and you will feel like a princess, honestly. And always remember, you are not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong person. Once you find your person, you will feel so grateful that that relationship didn't work out in the first place. You'll get over it. Trust me, I trust you and I am proud of you for even choosing yourself because you deserve better. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and make sure to follow me also on other apps as well. The link is in the description below. Every Thursday, there's a new video. Don't miss it, and I'll see you on the next one.